Hi guys, Belle here and welcome back for day 5 of hashtag a junk journal in July 24, hosted by the wonderful Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. All links will be down below in the description box. So today's one's going to be another simple one, guys. Yep, I'm just doing some simple, hopefully quicker videos for this after a very busy June. And today's prompt is lettering. So I thought let's just go simple and let's do some lettering. But before we do that, I'm gonna take my journal because, as you've seen, if you've been following, this is not bound yet, and I want to use this page here, pull that through, and I'm going to do a background of vintage book page, and I've actually got this old shorthand writing exercises and examination, this Pitman's, which I just thought was perfect because obviously we're doing lettering. Now, even though we're just using the one book page, I'm actually going to rip it up and tear it because I want that effect. I don't really do lettering. I've always told myself I'm going to learn, I'm going to do some calligraphy, I'm going to do this, that and the other, and I've just never really got round to doing it. So for this, got from my book page, and I don't think I've got any more of my glue stick left. I need to go buy some. So we're using just my normal glue. Oh my gosh, I've got a stencil that keeps falling off to the side, if you wondered what I was doing. And my desk is a mess. It's a mix of junk journal in July with hashtag creep on June stuff, with projects that I'm starting to work on. So it's a bit chaotic at the moment, and I don't like it. So after this video, I will be stopping and making sure that I get everything tidied because I really don't like it. I did say this in another video ages ago, but I really struggle to work in mess. I know a lot of people say that it helps their creative process if they've got stuff all over their desk and sparks ideas, but it really doesn't for me. It causes me stress. I'm putting these on all sorts of ways. We're going to actually use gesso over this as well, and it's just going to be in the background anyway, so it's fine. We're probably going to see barely any of this at all, and you may say, well, then what's the point? But I know it's there, and it does add something. Like, our eyes can pick up things even if we don't realize we're looking at them. Does that make sense? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, the mess is, it's got to go away. So I am always telling myself I'm going to try lettering, I'm going to try this, that and the other, and I never quite get around to doing it. So I just wanted to do something simple, guys, and decided that yes, I was going to actually teach myself just a few letters, just a few different lettering techniques. So that's what I've been doing for the last few days. I have been teaching myself some random, need another page from the book, some random little things. Some worked, some didn't. They're not the most exciting, guys. You know, this is not a tutorial. This is me playing in my junk journal in July. And yeah, I don't need everything to be amazing for this. I just want to have a go at a few new techniques. I've said it a few times in these videos that one of the things I love about, or that I loved about doing Junk Journal January, which I did for the first time this year, was that I did teach myself some new things to go with the prompts, or I used items that either I don't use a lot or that I hadn't used at all. And actually in this video, not only have I taught myself some basic lettering, but I also am going to use a product that I basically rarely ever use as well. It's just a stencil, but it's a stencil that I have in my stash and I'm not using it. So, hold on guys, I'm just grabbing my baking paper. So, I pulled it out to use with this. And yeah, that's what I enjoy doing for these challenges. The other problem with having a messy desk is I am getting a smaller and smaller workspace to work in. Oh, and then everything's falling on me. I don't like it. So I will be dealing with that as soon as this video is done. I've also decided I'm going to combine the prompts for the next 2 days. So you won't be getting 2 separate videos for day... What day is it? For day 6 and 7, you'll be getting a single one because that just works out better. I want a bit of texture on here as well, so I'm going to use the gesso and kind of, to be honest, it'd be better to use possibly some texture paste, but I literally just want it as some background. Now, while that dries, guys, we're going to work on the lettering. So I've already done the pencil and I'm going to bring you down, I think. Where's the other 2? And it's literally just going to say Junk Journal July. So I am going to bring you down a little bit, guys. So we're going to work on junk first. I've got my little sheet off to the side of my practice so that I remember. Oh my goodness, seriously, everything's falling on me. And I just have these pens. I'm not even bothering too much about how the size or anything. I just picked up a pack of these from the Works. And this is on some dyed tracing paper. So I just pulled out some scraps that I thought looked really fun. And this needs to be thicker here. Yeah, I just pulled out some scraps of paper that I thought would be fun. To work on. Now again, my lettering's not perfect, guys. I've just been practicing. I need a lot more practice. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to challenge myself to really just do some actual lettering, which might seem a very basic thing for this prompt, but I'm teaching myself something. And that's what matters to me. So sorry if you find it a tad boring. But again, challenges like this are great for just pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, spending some time playing in your art journals, if you do art journal, or just normal junk journal, if you're just using a junk journal. I did make myself an art journal this year, actually. I did one as a commission. And then I ended up making one for myself. But, wouldn't you know it, I've not even worked in it yet, really. So that says junk, obviously. Is it perfect? No. Junk. And now let's start on journal. And this is quite a simple font. This is actually from the inside of a junk mail envelope. And I dyed the whole envelope to use, funny enough, in the commission art journal that I made. And I love the way the inside dyed as well. And then you have this kind of honeycomb security pattern, which I really love. So yeah, there's certain letters I struggle more with when I'm doing lettering, and R's are definitely one of them, and I don't know why. So there we go. But I do want to, I keep saying this, but I'm learning so many new techniques that sometimes it's hard to keep up. Now this alphabet had a little heart in the O, the spaces that have an O or a circle. Okay, so that's simple, but do you know what? It's okay to do simple. That's okay. And now I'm kind of adapting it because I feel like I want to. So there's those of you out there who probably do lettering and things. And now we've got July. And these are just some alphabets that I just saw online. You know, I just typed in easy lettering. And then I just decided to copy some of them or have a go at making my versions of some of them. I feel like this is going to need a rubber on it to get rid of some. Right, now this one's got strange lines and things on it that I saw, and dots. And the lines kind of reminded me of the Ogham Celtic alphabet, which kind of what drew me to it. Plus I really like dots. So I thought I would do this one because it had lots of things that I love on it. And then we got this. So there we go. And I'm wondering now if I want to, I do have the brush pen. Where's the brush? If I can go back here and just fill in this lines. Again, not a tutorial, guys, just me practicing and doing my thing. And it may be simple, but sometimes simple is good, especially when you're learning something for the first time. July. Feel like I need to find a rubber to rub these off, so I'm going to do that. Okay, got a little rubber. And this bottom scrap that I used is actually one of my jelly prints, jelly plate prints. And I just thought the colours worked well together, and I'm using my scraps. Now I'm going to grab the page and make sure it's dried, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, so that's dry. Is that, do I need to bring you up? So that's dry now. So what I wanted to do was, I've grabbed some inks. I've got mustard seed, worn lipstick, twisted citron, and tumbled glass. And they're a mix of oxide and distress ink because it really doesn't matter. And then I have these stencils. These were from the Works here in the UK. They were only £1. And they're these alphabet stencils, and I've never really used them. So I want to stencil, I'll see which one I prefer, in the background, just lightly. I want to do some stenciling. I mean, this is a thinner stencil. That might work better. I quite like that. We could mix it up. I don't have to do all of the same. So I'm just going to get started. I don't want it too bright. Let's start with the tumbled glass over here. And I am going to stencil this onto the gesso. Let's see how that looks. I mean, it's barely coming out. That may be my ink pad needing re-inking. So, but we'll do what we can. And if this one doesn't come out, that's fine. I'm sure the others will. I mean, it's sort of come out. I don't want it to... Where's the lid gone? I don't want it too bright, but I also didn't want it so light that there's basically no point in it. Let's grab the yellow now. The mustard seed. And I know this is quite, yeah, you can already see that that's nice and bright. Yep, that's much better. Good, 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 good. Let's get the worn lipstick, the pink. As you can see, I'm kind of picking up the colours that I've used also on the scraps of paper. And we're going to grab the Twisted Citron, which is one of my favourite colours. I just love it. It's just so bright. And that's nice. Let's put that down on the green. And over here, because we don't have any over here. Maybe some on the R. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Okay, so we've got all the letters in the background. Yay for using a stencil. And I think I'm going to go round in my Posca paint pen and do, let's make sure this is, yeah, and do like a wiggly outline. I need to make sure I'm doing it on the page. So yeah, it's kind of where the things, and I think I'm going to do a double outline. Like this. Again, this is not something I do a lot of. And I only started really using Posca paint pens in Junk Journal January, so it's good to bring it back in. So we've got that. Now I want these to go in the middle. I feel like they are also going to have to be, I mean, I could stitch around them, but I was feeling like they would also have to be have an outline around them. Junk Journal July. I feel like, do I want that July to stand out a bit more? Should we go over it in the Posca paint pen? I think so. I don't feel like, I don't know if it's because of the amount of paints that I've used on there, but I don't feel like it stands out enough. Which you can already see the difference. So I'm just going to do that. And it's always on the spiral that it's a bit more difficult, because you've got to keep to that spiral, because, you know, I can't rub it out. There we go. That looks better, and I like that. Oh, I like adding that actually. Junk Journal July. Do 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 do. Yeah, I like adding that. And I think that's what I'm discovering about lettering. Obviously, there's particular alphabets and letters, but then you can just play with it whatever way you want to. So I really like that. We're going to put the number on. I need to make sure I've got my number sheet nearby. And today is obviously day 5. I was just checking because, no, my luck, it's not day 5. And I'd end up putting the wrong day on. But let's do this. And then let's decide if I want to add a few more bits. Because I had some ideas for plants. And now, I don't know. So I've just used one of the scraps from my jelly plate print that I also used on here. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm just going to do a little like wiggly border around this too. Oh, I've just smudged a bit, that's okay. Let's do a double wiggly border, just to really make it look messy. Great, great, great. Let's leave that to dry a second and then we can attach it. Now, I was wondering if I've got some feathers here actually. Well, they're stickers. They're not real feathers. I don't really craft with real feathers unless they're found feathers that I found. And again, I bought this pack of feathers and I rarely ever use it. So if that's going to go like that, and that's going to kind of go like that, and that's going to go like that. And then we can have a look because we've got some fun colours in this. We've got some pink ones that might look fun. I feel like they'd go better underneath. But then can you really tell they're a feather? This one. That would go like that. I mean, they are vellum stickers, so you can see more through them that you'd be able to see with a normal sticker. Do you know what? I don't like the feathers, so we're not going to use the feathers. But what I also have, let's move all those out of the way, is I had some vellum plant stickers. And I thought they may work. I had some other ones. Where are they? Telling you the chaos of the desk, guys. The chaos is real and stressful. So, like so, like so. And you may be like, well, why do you need to add plants or anything, Belle? I just feel like it needs a little somewhat. I mean, that might be quite nice through there like that. You guys might be like, no, it really doesn't, Belle. Stop adding things. But we got to do what we think works for us, don't we, guys? See, I like that a lot better. I like the feathers. I've got some like fern ones here, which might be quite nice to add instead. So let's have a look. That goes that way. Let's put it the right way around first, Belle, yeah? Okay, so I feel like I like that. So let's get putting things down and wondering if I do want to stitch. I may end up stitching. So first things first, I think I'm going to go around this pink one, this yellow one, with some of the worn lipstick and just bring that in places. I know, I splodged it. It's okay. It's okay. It's meant to be a bit arty. So it works. Well, it will work. And we're going to have to start off with the junk one first. Now, I don't think there's any colour that's really going to go around this, but we'll have a look. We'll try with the Twisted Citron because that is quite bright. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really. Although I'm getting some of the green onto the pink, which is quite nice to have that little bit of colour on there. Sorry if you don't like that noise. I just realised how scrapey that noise was. And I'm going to try the mustard seed on the green, which again, I don't think is going to do much because it's already kind of got yellow on there. But it's fine. Right. Okay. And I'm wondering if, hold on, if I grab my water, let's just take these. Well, this is all getting much more complicated than it was a minute ago. And then grab one of my paintbrushes. Oh, I need a longer, thinner one. Okay, this one will do. And I'm just going to get a little bit of water out of here and then blend this a little bit. I'm hoping it will blend just a little bit, because obviously it's the Tim Holtz inks, so you can play with and move the inks, which I think looks better. Now I know I've got pink on here already, but that doesn't bother me. And let's just move some of these inks. And I might even bring in a little bit of pink. Don't do this, guys. You're not supposed to add water to your pad. I'm literally about to do that. But don't do that. Don't do what I do. Add it a different way, but that's what's here, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, that'll do. Let's move all this. Let's move my water out of the way. Let's dry those off, come back and glue them down. Okie-doo! It is done. Dum, dum, dum. Although I've lost one of the leaves. There it is. Okay, it's still on the page. This whole time it's been on the page. So we're going to start with junk for Junk Journal or January. Actually, Junk Journal July. It's the whole point, Belle. I did think maybe if I actually write in here that it's Junk Journal July, I'll remember. Okay, will these fit on here now, or is that too high up? Right, if we do it more that way. Might have to just have it slightly. Okay, let's glue this down. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. So yes, as I said, these are just quite simplistic ideas, but crafting is about, sorry, I've got some leaves here and I was just wondering if I want to add like a little leaf. Crafting is about, no, having fun, and that's what I'm doing. So simple, yes, but also a lot of fun. I want these to go all the way through all three of these, so I'm going to stick that down now. And I love the fact that with the vellum stickers I'm also getting to see through them, so I'm getting to see some of that lettering, the stenciling that I have done there. It's going to go like that. That could even overlap each other, couldn't it? Like so. Could overlap each other. We'll just glue it down and then we'll go from there, and let me see what I think. And then I have decided I'm going to go and stitch around these. I'm going to use a different thread for each one of the words, because I just think that'll look fun, and this is a colourful page, so why not? And then we were going to use this one, weren't we? Do I like that one or do I like this one? I feel like, I know this is vellum, but I feel like I need a small scissors. There they are. I feel like there's too much white on this one, and that's what's bothering me. So I'm going to cut around this. It looks like the sticker was printed slightly off center, leaving far too much white. And whilst vellum can be seen through, it's also nice to just not have so much white on there. Okay, we're going to use that one now. Yeah, so I've done a few different kinds of lettering. There was a more complicated one that I am practicing that's got like leaves. It's a much more natural one. It looks a bit more like bark or something and leaves coming off it, which was very cute. But it's also very time consuming, and I haven't quite, I mean, these aren't perfected anyway by any means, but that one wasn't anywhere near perfected, even though I've been practicing it. Oh, do you know what I want to add? So we've got some dots and things on some of these, so I'm just thinking on parts of the board. This is the thing about doing art journaling. You suddenly start adding random bits all over. Which, you know, is also fun, but can distract you. Do it a little bit more down here, which means this one needs a second one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go stitch around those guys and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I used a pink thread for down here, a light purple for here. I know we've not got purple anywhere else, but I thought the purple worked best, and then blue. You can see them better on that side. And I think, guys, I really think that's it. I'm going to just do my little date because I've been dating. So this is for the 5th of the 7th, 24. And you can see I also attached the tag. I can't remember if I did that before I stitched, and I did some dots on that too. And I mean, I think it's fun. Do we want some splatters on there? That's what I'm wondering. Is doing some splatters taking it a bit too far? I don't know. So I'm going to leave it for now. And if I add splatters, I'll show you next time. Again, a simple page, but I've used a stencil I don't normally use. I've used inks that I don't use as much as I should, but I do use them a lot, but I don't use them as much as I should. And I've taught myself some very basic new lettering styles. It's fun. It's bright. Let's put it back in the whole journal. And yeah, I kind of like how it comes together. I just don't know if I also need to add some splatters. It'll be so good to get this bound. It's great to work in it because I can stitch and things without worrying, but it'll be good to get it bound. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's inspired you to have a go at something that you might struggle with or that you haven't done yet. Because that's always a great thing. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.